Welcome to MCN and a series of videos where we talk to MCN staff about their own bikes that they've bought and paid for with their own cash money. Now, you may have seen lots of long-term test videos where we get to run new bikes during the summer season, but this is a little bit different. This is actually a little bit more personal about the bikes we actually own. So today's video is all about Charlotte. Hello there.
Hello.
And your Suzuki SV650. So before we delve into the nuts and bolts of this, give me a little bit of information about your MCN journey so far, because you haven't been here for too long, have you?
No, I've been with MCN for 4 months now, I think.
Yeah.
I'm a product writer.
Yeah.
So I get to test the kit.
Yeah.
And let you all know what I think. I'm loving it so far. It's a really nice place to work.
Good stuff. That was a good read of the script as well. But anyway, more importantly, this is your bike, isn't it? This is your Suzuki SV650. What age is it? What model is it?
09.
It's an 09 bike.
K9, yeah.
How many miles have you done?
I think I've put about 8,000 miles on it.
8,000 miles on it. And just run us through your biking journey to the point where you got this.
It was quite short before I bought this.
Yeah.
So I did my CBT just before lockdown.
Right.
And then lockdown kicked in, so I didn't buy a 125. My plan was to go direct access.
Right.
So I did the direct access once lockdown had lifted, and I bought this a month before I did my test.
Right. So you didn't go through the 125 route at all? You went straight to a big bike?
This is my first bike.
Wow.
Yeah, that I can't part with, and so I've still got her 3 years down the line.
And what made you get into bikes? What was your influence?
I come from a family of bikers. I did get horses out of my system first, hence I didn't get my bike until I was 30. But I have 2 aunties that are bikers. My dad used to be a biker. My granddad still rides at 80 something.
Wow.
So it was in the blood.
Yeah, absolutely. So you've had it since the end of lockdown?
Well, sort of just after the first lockdown. I bought this in May.
And how many miles have you put on this bike?
So I think I had 17 when I bought it. It's now 25.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. It's quite a few. So you've actually done the 9,000. It hasn't done 9,000.
Oh no, it's on over 20,000 miles
Right.
now,
Okay. Right. And it's still in good condition. It looks great.
Ish.
Ish. So
it's had some battle scars.
Right. So I can see that you've lowered this bike. So
yes.
what was the thinking behind that?
I'm short, and it was my first bike. And for confidence, I wanted to be able to get both feet down, which standard I couldn't. I could get one or the other.
Yeah.
So I put the long dog bones on, sorry, to bring it down a bit so that I could touch the ground.
Yeah.
I still found that it was a little bit on the taller side.
Right.
So I've also got a cut-out seat, so
Yeah.
it's a little bit closer to the ground again.
That's important when you're first riding, isn't it? You want that confidence.
I still
on your
can't
feet.
flat-footer.
Right. But it doesn't worry you as much as it did at the beginning.
No,
I guess.
I'm used to it now.
Yeah,
the confidence of riding, now that I'm not thinking about every move I make like I was initially,
Yeah.
and there's a lot more muscle memory,
Yeah.
I'm a lot more confident with just 1 foot down.
Yeah, yeah. And why did you go for Suzuki? Did you ever think about just getting a lower bike to begin with, like something like a cruiser or something, or did you want that and were prepared to lower it?
So like I mentioned, my aunties are riders. One of my aunties had a black Fireblade.
Right.
And I just thought she looked so incredibly cool on that bike. So I wanted a pointy black sports bike.
Right, okay. That's fair enough, and that's what you got.
Yeah.
So where have you been on it? What have you done with it?
Not that much. So mostly it's the sort of ride to a cafe, get a cup of coffee, have a slice of cake, bike meets, that kind of thing, and just general mooching about. I haven't been terribly far. I mean, came from Wales. My partner rode it back. As I said, I didn't have my licence yet when I actually bought it.
Right, okay.
He bought it back from Wales. So that's the longest journey it's done, but I wasn't on it when I did it.
And what's it like to ride as a new rider, as an SV650? I mean, I think these are great, with my road test hat on.
Yeah.
These are it's got a great engine, a V-twin engine.
Yes,
They're all parallel twins now, which are a little bit more boring. This is a great engine. And so is it a good first bike?
Definitely love the V-twin engine. I think it's a great first bike.
Yeah.
I think the only thing that could possibly catch people out is because it's the V-twin, it's very, very torquey.
Right.
And it can be a bit snatchy at the slower speeds. It's not as smooth. But the engine braking on it is one of my favourite things about it.
Yeah.
I hardly use my brakes. And that I find a very good habit to be in as a new rider, to look ahead and not rely on your brakes to stop. And I think this has taught me good habits in that way.
And they sound good too, don't they?
It sounds amazing with the aftermarket.
You've got an aftermarket bike. Is it loud?
It's fairly loud, but it's not obnoxiously loud.
No.
It like growls rather than...
Yeah. It's definitely not an electric bike.
No.
You can hear you coming.
Yes.
So what else have you done to it? You've got lowered, it's standard shot but different sized dog bones, isn't it?
Yes.
What else have you done to it? I see it's got lots of little bits on it.
It's mostly cosmetic, really. I haven't really done anything to improve it. I've got Hell brake lines, braided brake lines that I put on it. But yeah, it's mostly cosmetic, like decals. It's got the aftermarket exhaust because I wanted it to sound. It came with the standard exhaust, which is about this long.
Yeah, the hell long.
So that got changed. It's got the black screen on it. Yeah, mostly just cosmetic. The rim tape, little bits and bobs.
Yeah. Is it affordable to own and run?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, I had an accident last year, so my insurance is a bit more. But my first year as a rider, to insure myself on this was, I think, £200 and something.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, so I would say it's pretty affordable. It's pretty good on fuel.
Yeah.
It's not terrible on fuel at all.
Yeah.
And they're not expensive because they're old now.
Yeah. So what are your plans for it in the future? You going to go on track?
I would love to do a track day on it.
Yeah.
Definitely want to do a track day this year on it. I've not done track before. This would be the one I take, definitely.
Yeah. It'd be fantastic around the track because obviously this bike forms the bikes that race in the mini twins class as well.
Yes.
So they are good. And do you have any other bikes?
I have an Aprilia RS660 as well that I bought just after starting at MCN.
Right.
Which I absolutely love.
Yeah.
Similar sort of thing, but newer.
Why that? Why would you leave your baby behind?
Well, it's not. She's still here. I still ride her. I wanted. I had initially replaced, or was planning to replace this with a CBR 600RR that I had bought.
Right.
Sadly, 4 months into owning that, I destroyed it and had a bad accident and completely wrote her off.
Are you okay?
I broke some bones.
Right.
But they're all mended now.
Good.
So then I thought, well, I want another newer sports bike.
Yeah.
And one of the main factors for me to get a newer one was I wanted the ABS because I feel like had I had ABS, my accident potentially, rider error, inexperience, but if I'd had ABS,
But it helps, the rider aids do help, don't they?
Yeah.
And this has got none.
It's got none whatsoever, which now I love about it, but it's always in the back of my head, don't brake too hard, am I going to lose it? It just gives me that little bit more confidence on a newer bike with the rider aids.
So what do you dive for in the garage? Do you go for this or do you always go for the Aprilia first?
I have to admit, the Aprilia is my baby, so she gets treated like a princess.
Right.
And she comes out on nice, dry, sunny, warm days.
And this is your workhorse. Do you ride this every day?
This is the one I will go to if it's remotely raining, if I think the ground's not going to be brilliant because I've got that little bit better footing on this.
Yeah.
So this is the one I tend to go for if I'm questionable about conditions.
Is it a keeper? You've got the Aprilia. You're going to keep this as well?
I'd love to be able to keep it. My only concern is financial, really. I know it's not got a lot of money tied up in it. It's more the insurance.
Yeah.
Insuring so many vehicles. So
yeah, 2 bikes.
We shall see where my head's at when the insurance is due to renew.
So just to sum up your time with it, you've enjoyed it?
I love
the sounds of it.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I love the sound of it. That's the big thing for me.
Yeah.
She sounds amazing.
And it looks great too. Like the black.
Oh, all my bikes have been black. It's a bit of a thing of mine.
Well, thanks very much for talking us around your bike. Much appreciated. Thank you very much for watching and stay tuned for more videos just like this coming very soon.